Prologue, Secrets in Disguise. A man of great mystery resided in the quiet and dreary town of Misthaven, nestled amid rolling hills and surrounded by the whispering mountains. To the unsuspecting villagers, he appeared as a humble cleric, devoted to the healing arts and serving as the spiritual guardian of their community. But beneath the surface of his seemingly pious facade, a secret of profound significance lay concealed. Lucius, the enigmatic cleric, was no ordinary man of the cloth. He was, in fact, a necromancer of formidable skill and cunning. Cloaked in the vestments of his false identity, he wielded the dark arts with mastery, commanding the spirits of the departed and weaving their ethereal energies to his will. Lucius's existence in Misthaven was a clever ruse, an elaborate deception that masked his true nature from prying eyes. He moved among the townsfolk, his every step a calculated dance, for he knew that the revelation of his necromantic abilities would bring fear and misunderstanding. But Lucius was not alone in his subterfuge. At his side, disguised as an innocuous chest adorned with intricate carvings, was Chatterbox, a mimic of remarkable intellect and personality. While appearing as an ordinary piece of furniture, Chatterbox possessed the gift of speech and a sarcastic wit that matched Lucius's own. Together, they formed an unlikely alliance, two beings concealing their true selves behind clever disguises on the heels of a mystery that drew them into the chaos. Chapter 1, The Sermon of Secrets. Brother Lucius found himself in a predicament in the quaint village of Misthaven, nestled between rolling hills and a dense forest that whispered ancient tales. Clad in his clerical robes, he stood at the pulpit of the village's small chapel, his bony fingers clutching a dusty tome of sermons. His congregation, a mix of earnest villagers and curious tourists, awaited his words with bated breath. Lucius was invited to preach a sermon on the sanctity of silence, which was almost ironic given his recent escapades with Chatterbox, the talkative mimic chest who dwelled in his shadow. As he cleared his throat, the chest let out a mischievous chuckle that reverberated through Lucius's mind. "Ah, dear brother Lucius," Chatterbox's voice oozed like honey laced with malice, "I do believe silence is a virtue you struggle to embrace." Lucius shot a withering glare towards the ornate chest at the back of the chapel, hidden beneath a velvet cloth, its lid sporting a wickedly toothy grin. Ignoring his troublesome companion, he began his sermon with a solemn tone. "Dear congregants, today, we shall explore the profound wisdom of silence, for in the stillness of our hearts, we discover the truest secrets of the soul." A young child in the front row tugged at her mother's sleeve and whispered, "Mommy, why is Brother Lucius talking about secrets?" The mother leaned down and replied hushedly, "Hush, dear. It's a metaphor." Lucius continued, his voice laced with a poetic flourish. "Within the silence, one can hear the whispers of the universe, the ancient songs of forgotten realms, and the echoes of dreams long past." As he uttered these words, Chatterbox's lid creaked open just enough to mutter, "Whispers, songs, and dreams, oh my. Lucius, you're painting quite the picture." Lucius clenched his jaw and forged ahead. "In our pursuit of truth, we must heed the silence within, for it reveals what words cannot." Suddenly, a crash echoed through the chapel as the elderly caretaker, Tobias, accidentally knocked over a stack of prayer candles. Wax spilled across the floor, and the entire congregation turned to stare. Tobias, red-faced and flustered, stammered an apology. Chatterbox couldn't resist. "Brother Lucius, it seems even silence has its sense of humor." Lucius regained his composure and continued his sermon, determined to impart his wisdom. "The silence within ourselves is a sanctuary, a sacred place, where the mysteries of existence unfold." As he spoke, a gust of wind blew through the chapel's open windows, causing the candles to flicker dramatically. The villagers exchanged knowing glances, and Chatterbox quipped, "I believe the mysteries of existence just ordered a dramatic entrance." Lucius finished his sermon amidst the whirlwind of events, his words resonating with a blend of profundity and absurdity. The congregation applauded politely, though a few exchanged puzzled looks. After the service, Lucius returned to the chapel's sacristy, where Chatterbox awaited eagerly. "Another riveting performance, dear Lucius." The chest purred, "I do so enjoy your poetic endeavors." Lucius sighed, removing his cleric's hood and revealing the face of a man who had grown weary of his secret life. "Chatterbox, we need to find a way to silence you during sermons. I can't keep up with your commentary." The mimic chest grinned wickedly. "Oh, but where's the fun in that, my dear cleric? The world needs a bit more absurdity and mystery, wouldn't you agree?" With a rueful smile, Lucius nodded. Despite the chaos and absurdity that Chatterbox brought into his life, he couldn't deny that their partnership had its peculiar charm. Little did he know that the mysteries of Misthaven were about to unravel in ways that neither of them could have foreseen. Chapter 2, Whispers in the Mist. Misthaven lived up to its name, shrouded in a perpetual haze that clung to the village like an overzealous lover. Each morning, the mist would rise from the forest, weaving through the thatched cottages and cobblestone streets, creating an ethereal atmosphere that set the stage for all sorts of peculiar occurrences. It was in this enigmatic village that Brother Lucius and Chatterbox found themselves embroiled in their next mystery. As the mist hung thickly in the early hours, Lucius took a solitary stroll along the village's winding lanes. He meandered through the fog, a figure of solemnity and calm, at least on the surface. Chatterbox, who had insisted on coming along, began their journey with a cryptic comment, "Lucius, the mists of Misthaven hold more than mere moisture, they harbor secrets untold." Lucius rolled his eyes but couldn't help but be drawn into the mystique of his surroundings. "Indeed, Chatterbox," he replied, "Misthaven has always been a place of mysteries, but we must uncover the truth." Their conversation was interrupted by the sudden appearance of a figure emerging from the fog. It was Agatha, the village herbalist, clutching a bouquet of wildflowers. She greeted Lucius with a warm smile and said, "Brother Lucius, it's a rare sight to see you outside the chapel. Would you like a few medicinal herbs for your journey?" Lucius accepted her offer graciously, but Chatterbox couldn't resist chiming in, "The herbalist's remedies, dear Lucius. Perhaps she's concocting a love potion for you?" Lucius turned a shade of red that matched the roses in Agatha's bouquet. Clearing his throat, he replied, "Thank you, Agatha, but I'm quite content with my current path." He gave her an appreciative nod before continuing on his way. The fog thickened as Lucius wandered deeper into the village, and soon he found himself in the village square, dominated by an ancient stone well. A group of villagers had gathered around it, their hushed voices echoing eerily. Lucius approached, curious about the commotion. The village blacksmith, a gruff man named Roderick, was at the center of attention. He scratched his head and muttered, "I swear, I heard voices whispering from the well. It's like the spirits of Misthaven have something to say today." Chatterbox seized this opportunity to inject some absurdity into the situation, whispering beneath its cloth, "Voices from the well, Lucius. Perhaps it's a well of knowledge, or maybe it's just thirsty." Lucius frowned at the chest but turned his attention back to Roderick. "Voices, you say?" he asked, feigning interest. Roderick nodded, looking genuinely spooked. "Aye, Brother Lucius. It's been happening for weeks, especially when the mist is thickest." Lucius peered into the well, but the fog obscured any view of the bottom. "I shall investigate this matter further," he declared, his tone serious. As the day wore on, Lucius delved deeper into the mystery of the Whispering Well, interviewing villagers and inspecting the ancient stones. Chatterbox, never one to miss an opportunity for fun, remarked, "A well that whispers, Lucius. Perhaps it's a gossiping gossip well." Lucius sighed in exasperation but couldn't deny that the well's mysterious whispers were captivating. The villagers' stories were filled with tales of lost lovers, hidden treasures, and cryptic messages that had saved lives. As night fell and the mist thickened, Lucius returned to the well, determined to uncover its secrets. He leaned closer with a lantern in one hand and Chatterbox in tow, listening intently. And then, from the depths of the well, came a haunting whisper, a voice that seemed to echo from beyond time itself, speaking words that sent shivers down Lucius's spine. Seek the ancient oak, where routes entwine with the secrets of Misthaven. Lucius's eyes widened, and he exchanged a glance with Chatterbox. We have our next clue, he whispered. With the mystery of the Whispering Well unfolding before them, Brother Lucius and Chatterbox prepared for yet another enigmatic journey through the fog-draped village of Misthaven. Chapter 3, The Enchanted Oak. The following day, with the mists of Misthaven still clinging to the village, Brother Lucius and Chatterbox embarked on their quest to uncover the secrets of the Whispering Well. Armed with cryptic advice, they ventured beyond the village's limits into the heart of the ancient forest, guided by the enigmatic message, "Seek the ancient oak, where routes entwine with the secrets of Misthaven." As they journeyed further into the woods, Chatterbox, ever the talkative chest, remarked, "An enchanted oak, Lucius. Perhaps it'll regale us with tales of acorn rebellion and squirrel politics." Lucius shook his head but couldn't help but appreciate the humor Chatterbox brought to their adventures. The forest was a tapestry of emerald and gold, dappled with sunlight that filtered through the thick canopy of leaves. Birds sang melodious songs overhead, seemingly guiding them toward their destination. After hours of wandering, they stumbled upon a clearing, and the ancient oak stood amidst a sea of ferns and moss-covered rocks. Its massive trunk rose like a cathedral spire, its gnarled branches stretched like the arms of an ancient sage, and its roots, intertwined with the earth, seemed to hold the very secrets of the forest. Lucius approached the oak with reverence, feeling the weight of the whispered mysteries upon him. "This is the place," he murmured. Chatterbox chimed in, "The talking tree, Lucius. Perhaps it'll share gossip from the days of yore." Ignoring the chest, Lucius began to examine the oak closely. He ran his fingers along its rough bark, searching for hidden clues or signs. As he did, a soft voice drifted toward him like the sighing of the wind. "Welcome, seeker of secrets." Lucius's eyes widened in surprise. "Did you hear that, Chatterbox?" The mimic chest creaked open, revealing its unsettling grin. "Indeed, I did, Lucius. The tree speaks, and it seems it has quite the vocabulary." The ancient oak continued, "You seek knowledge, do you not?" Lucius nodded, feeling a sense of wonder and trepidation. "We do, wise oak. We seek the secrets of Misthaven, the whispers in the well." The tree's branches rustled gently as if it were pondering its response. "The whispers in the well are but echoes of a greater truth, a truth that lies buried deep within the heart of Misthaven. To unravel this mystery, you must seek the guardian of our secrets." Chatterbox interjected, "The guardian of secrets. Perhaps it's a mystical librarian with an affinity for overdue finds." The oak's voice remained serene. "The guardian dwells in the forgotten grove, hidden from mortal eyes. To find it, you must follow the path of moonlight, for only in the pale glow of night can its presence be revealed." Lucius thanked the ancient oak for its guidance and turned to leave. As they retraced their steps, the forest seemed to whisper its secrets. That night, under the silvery light of a full moon, they ventured into the forest's depths, following a trail of moonbeams that seemed to appear just for them. Shrouded in its velvet cloth, Chatterbox whispered, "Lucius, a moonlit stroll through the woods. How romantic." Lucius ignored the chest's comment, his thoughts focused on the guardian of secrets and the answers that awaited them in the forgotten grove. Chapter 4, The Guardian of Secrets. Bathed in the ethereal glow of the moonlight, Brother Lucius and Chatterbox ventured further into the ancient forest, following the elusive path of moonbeams. The woods seemed alive with whispers as if the very trees shared their secrets among themselves. Chatterbox piped up, "Lucius, these moonbeams must be breadcrumbs. I hope we're not leading some starry-eyed creature to our doom." Lucius chuckled softly, his lantern casting intricate patterns of light and shadow on the forest floor. "We're the ones on a quest, Chatterbox, not some creature of the night." As they continued, the forest grew denser, and the moonbeams shone brighter, leading them deeper into the heart of the woods. Eventually, they reached a clearing, where a mystical scene unfolded. In the meadow's center stood an ancient, gnarled tree, its branches adorned with shimmering, luminescent leaves that radiated a soft, otherworldly light. The tree, known as the Whispering Willow, was unlike anything they had ever seen. Its leaves rustled with secrets, and its roots seemed to reach down into the earth as if absorbing the knowledge of centuries. Lucius approached the tree with reverence, his heart pounding with anticipation. Hidden beneath its cloth, Chatterbox whispered, "Ah, the Whispering Willow. Perhaps it's gossiping about the forest's latest scandals." Lucius ignored the chest's quip and addressed the tree, "Great Whispering Willow, we seek the guardian of our secrets. Can you guide us to its presence?" The tree responded with a melodious voice that seemed to echo from the depths of the forest itself. "You have come seeking the Keeper of Mysteries. To find the Guardian of Secrets, you must prove your worthiness by answering a riddle." Chatterbox's invisible eyes lit up with intrigue. "Ah, a riddle, Lucius. I do love a good intellectual challenge." The Whispering Willow continued, "I am a creature of the night, yet I hide from the day. I am the keeper of dreams, and I chase the darkness away. What am I?" Lucius furrowed his brow, pondering the riddle. On the other hand, Chatterbox couldn't resist offering a playful suggestion. "Ah, a nocturnal squirrel with aspirations of becoming a bard." Lucius couldn't help but smile at Chatterbox's whimsy but returned to the riddle. After contemplating, he spoke, "You are the moon, gentle and luminous, who watches over the night." The Whispering Willow's branches shivered with approval. "You have answered correctly, Seeker of Secrets. The path to the Guardian of Secrets is open to you." A hidden passage revealed itself, leading further into the forest's heart. Lucius and Chatterbox proceeded along the winding path, their lantern casting eerie, shifting shadows on the ancient trees. As they ventured farther, the forest seemed to come alive with cryptic whispers, each murmur carrying them closer to their elusive goal. Chatterbox couldn't resist adding a touch of absurdity. "Ah, Lucius, these whispers are like gossip at a grand masquerade ball, each mask concealing a secret." Lucius nodded in agreement, his curiosity growing with every step. Finally, they reached a hidden glen bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. The Guardian of Secrets was seated upon a throne of intertwined branches. The Guardian, a figure shrouded in a cloak of shadows, spoke like the rustling leaves of the Whispering Willow. "You have journeyed far, seekers of truth. What is it that you seek in the heart of Misthaven?" Lucius took a deep breath and replied, "We seek to unravel the mysteries of this village, the whispers in the well, and the enigma that shrouds Misthaven in mist." "Ever the impertinent chest," Chatterbox added, "and perhaps a glimpse into the Guardian's bedtime routine." The Guardian of Secrets chuckled softly, like the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind. "Very well, seekers of truth. To uncover their secrets of Misthaven, you must undertake a task. Retrieve the moonlit scroll from the enchanted glen and bring it to me. Chapter 5, Moonlit Mischief. Lucius and Chatterbox followed the meandering path of moonbeams deeper into the forest, guided by the Guardian's cryptic instruction to retrieve the moonlit scroll from the enchanted glen. The woods around them were alive with whispers as if the very trees conspired to keep their secrets. Chatterbox couldn't resist adding, "The enchanted glen, Lucius. Possibly, it's where the fairies hold their annual gossip convention." Lucius chuckled softly, his lantern casting eerie shadows as they ventured deeper into the forest. The moonlight filtered through the leaves, creating a shimmering tapestry on the forest floor. It was a scene of enchantment and mystery that left them feeling like characters in a fairy tale. Lucius couldn't help but muse, "The forest seems to be an endless well of mysteries, Chatterbox. Every step takes us further down the rabbit hole." Hidden beneath its cloth, Chatterbox responded in a conspiratorial tone, "Lucius, perhaps we've stumbled upon Wonderland itself, and the Cheshire Cat is just waiting to impart his cryptic wisdom." Their banter continued as they pressed on, the forest growing denser around them. Eventually, they reached a glen unlike any other. Bathed in the radiant light of the moon, it was a place of magic and wonder. Flowers with petals that glowed like stars adorned the ground, and a babbling brook whispered secrets as it wound its way through the glen. At the center of the enchanted glen stood an ancient stone pedestal, upon which rested a scroll adorned with intricate moonlit patterns. The moonlit scroll seemed to emanate a gentle, silver glow. Chatterbox quipped, the moonlit scroll, Lucius. Perhaps it's the moon's diary, filled with lunar musings and starry gossip. Lucius approached the pedestal with reverence, his fingers trembling as he reached for the scroll. As he lifted it from its resting place, the glen seemed to sigh approvingly as if acknowledging their worthiness. With the moonlit scroll in hand, Lucius turned to Chatterbox and said, "We have what we came for. Now, let's return to the Guardian of Secrets and see what this scroll reveals." As they approached the whispering willow anew, the tree seemed to acknowledge their return with a gentle rustle of its branches. Once again, before the Guardian of Secrets, Lucius presented the moonlit scroll. The Guardian's shadowy form leaned forward, examining the scroll with intrigue. Hidden beneath its cloth, Chatterbox added, Guardian, do you also enjoy a good bedtime story?" Like the sighing of leaves in the wind, the Guardian's laughter filled the glen. "You have done well, seekers of truth. The moonlit scroll contains the key to unraveling the whispers in the well." With a graceful motion, the Guardian unfurled the scroll, revealing a complex tapestry of moonlit symbols and cryptic runes. Lucius's eyes widened as he tried to decipher its meaning. Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, we've stumbled upon a celestial crossword puzzle." Lucius couldn't help but smile at the chest's jest. Together, they studied the moonlit scroll, each symbol and rune holding a puzzle piece. Secrets of Misthaven were like a constellation of stars, waiting to be connected into a grand map, and they were determined to chart their course through the mysteries that lay ahead. Chapter 6, The Cryptic Convergence. Chatterbox continued his nonsense ramblings as the Guardian deciphered the texts. "Guardian, it seems the moon enjoys playing celestial Sudoku." The Guardian of Secrets regarded them with a knowing look. "The symbols on the moonlit scroll are indeed cryptic, but they hold the key to unlocking the whispers in the well. Allow me to decipher their meaning for you." With a graceful wave, the Guardian traced a finger along the scroll, illuminating the symbols with an ethereal light. As the runes came to life, Lucius and Chatterbox leaned in, their curiosity piqued. "These symbols," the Guardian began, "represent a convergence of celestial events, a divine alignment that occurs only once in a millennium. It is known as the Starfall Nexus, and it holds the power to reveal hidden truths." Chatterbox, always quick with a quip, added, "The Starfall Nexus, Lucius. Perhaps it's where the constellations hold their annual meeting." Lucius, however, focused on the Guardian's words. "How can we harness the power of this Starfall Nexus to uncover the secrets of Misthaven?" The Guardian's voice, like the whispering leaves, continued, "To harness the power of the Starfall Nexus, you must find the celestial amulet. It is said to be hidden within the heart of the village, a key to unlocking the celestial convergence." Lucius nodded, a sense of determination in his eyes. "We shall find this celestial amulet and unlock the truth hidden within Misthaven." With the moonlit scroll in their possession and a new clue to guide them, Lucius and Chatterbox left the presence of the Guardian of Secrets. The moonlight continued to bathe the forest in its silvery glow, and the mysteries of Misthaven seemed to draw them in like a celestial force. Unable to contain himself, Chatterbox stated, "We're on a cosmic scavenger hunt. Perhaps the moon itself will be our prize." Lucius smiled. With it, the promise of unlocking the celestial convergence that would reveal the secrets hidden within Misthaven's heart. Chapter 7, The Village's Veiled Secrets. Lucius and Chatterbox returned to the village of Misthaven, carrying the symbols and cryptic runes from the moonlit scroll. The forest's path led them, back to the community, leaving behind the whispered secrets of the trees. As they approached the village, Misthaven appeared as an enigma, its thatched cottages and cobbled streets shrouded in the ever-present mist. Villagers went about their daily routines, seemingly oblivious to the secrets in the balance. Their first stop was the village inn, a cozy establishment with a thatched roof and a sign, bearing the name The Starlit Hearth. It was rumored to be where secrets were exchanged over tankards of ale. Lucius entered the inn and found the innkeeper, a portly man named Barnaby, wiping down the bar. Lucius greeted him warmly. "Good evening, Barnaby. We've come seeking information about the Celestial Amulet. Have you heard of it?" Barnaby raised an eyebrow. "The Celestial Amulet, you say? That's not something folks around here talk about much. It's considered a village secret." Lucius continued his conversation with Barnaby. "We seek the truth hidden within Misthaven. Can you point us in the right direction?" Barnaby scratched his chin thoughtfully. "Well, there's old Clara, the village historian. She might know a thing or two about hidden relics. Lives over in the cottage by there, Whispering Willow." With gratitude, Lucius and Chatterbox left the inn, their sights set on Clara's cottage. As they walked along the cobblestone streets, they approached Clara's quaint, ivy-covered dwelling, nestled beside the Whispering Willow. A soft light emanated from within, casting intricate shadows on the cottage walls. Lucius knocked on the cottage door, and it creaked open slowly, revealing Clara, a wizened woman with silver hair and a gaze that seemed to hold the wisdom of ages. She regarded them with a knowing smile. "Travelers seeking the Celestial Amulet, I presume?" Clara said, her voice a gentle melody. Lucius nodded. "We've come in search of the truth hidden within Misthaven. Can you help us?" Clara stepped aside, inviting them into her cottage. "Come in, dear seekers, and let me share the village's veiled secrets." As they entered the cottage, Lucius and Chatterbox couldn't help but feel they were on the precipice of uncovering Misthaven's greatest enigma. The village historian, Clara, held the key to unlocking the mystery that bound the village. Chapter 8, Chronicles of the Stars. Lucius and Chatterbox ventured back into the mist-shrouded streets of Misthaven, clutching the map that would guide them to the Chronicles of the Stars. The village seemed to hold its secrets even closer now, as if it were testing their resolve. Chatterbox, ever the source of humor, couldn't resist a jest. "Lucius, it's as if the village itself has become a cosmic puzzle, waiting for us to connect the dots." Lucius chuckled softly. The chest's whimsy a welcome companion on their quest. "Indeed, Chatterbox, and we shall unravel it one celestial scroll at a time." Their first stop was the village square, a cobblestone expanse adorned with a weathered statue of a knight holding a star-tipped spear. A plaque at the statue's base caught Lucius's attention, bearing the symbol of a celestial comet. Always quick with a quip, Chatterbox whispered, "Lucius, it seems the knight has celestial aspirations. Perhaps he dreams of being a cosmic lancer." Lucius couldn't help but smile at the chest's jest as he examined the plaque. "This symbol matches the map. It must be our first clue." With a sense of purpose, they began their search, scouring the village square for any sign of a hidden scroll. As they moved the statue's base aside, a secret compartment contained the first Chronicles of the Stars. "Lucius, the knight, has been moonlighting as a celestial librarian," remarked Chatterbox. Lucius retrieved the scroll and examined it. The parchment was ancient, its edges worn and brittle, but the celestial symbols upon it shone with an ethereal light. The map indicated their next destination, the village well, adorned with a celestial constellation, etched into its stone rim. It was said that the well held the village's deepest secrets. As they approached the well, Chatterbox couldn't resist another jest. "Lucius, perhaps the well is the village's cosmic chatbox, ready to spill its secrets." Lucius peered into the well and noticed a hidden compartment marked with the same celestial constellation as on the map. With care, he retrieved their second Chronicle of the Stars. Chatterbox whispered, "It appears the well has been a celestial archive all along, keeping its secrets hidden beneath the water's surface. Lucius and Chatterbox felt a sense of progress with each scroll they collected, as if they were piecing together a celestial puzzle that held the village's secrets. It was as if Misthaven itself were guiding them on this quest. As they uncovered the final chronicle of the stars hidden within the village bakery, Lucius examined the collected scrolls. The symbols and cryptic runes told a story that hinted at a connection between Misthaven and a figure named Alaric. Chatterbox quipped, "Lucius, it seems we've stumbled upon the village's cosmic diary, with Alaric as the show's star." Lucius nodded, a sense of determination in his eyes. "We must learn more about Alaric's role in this celestial tale. The chronicles of the stars have revealed much, but there is still more to uncover." With the collected scrolls in hand and a newfound sense of purpose, Lucius and Chatterbox left the village square, ready to delve deeper into the mysteries of Misthaven and the enigma that bound it to Alaric. Chapter 9, Alaric's Whispers. With the chronicles of the stars in hand, Lucius and Chatterbox ventured deeper into the heart of Misthaven. The village's secrets unfolded before them like a celestial tapestry, and their quest had become an intricate cosmic dance. Chatterbox peeked up. "Lucius, thus far, Misthaven has been a puzzle waiting for us to decode its secrets." Lucius smiled, the mimic chest's whimsy a comforting presence. "Indeed, Chatterbox, and we shall uncover its riddles, one scroll at a time." Their path led them to the village's library, an old building adorned with ivy-covered windows. A celestial symbol of a twisting vine marked the entrance. Hidden beneath its cloth, Chatterbox added, "Lucius, perhaps the library is the village's cosmic bookstore, where Alaric checks out celestial scrolls." Lucius entered the library, where shelves of books stretched to the heavens. They discovered an ancient tome at the center with a celestial vine etched upon its cover. Within its pages, a chronicle of the stars lay hidden. The collected scrolls now bore a common theme: the celestial constellations, Alaric's connection to them, and the secrets of Misthaven. Their next destination was the town hall, a grand building adorned with celestial motifs. Chatterbox suggested, "The town hall is Alaric's cosmic command center, where he orchestrates conspiracies." Following the map's clues, Lucius entered the town hall and discovered a hidden compartment beneath a celestial mural. Within, another chronicle of the stars awaited them. As they collected the scroll, Lucius couldn't help but notice the precision of the celestial symbols etched into the mural. It hinted at Alaric's deep knowledge of the cosmos. Chatterbox observed, "Lucius, it seems Alaric's artistry extends beyond the celestial into the realm of druidic craftsmanship." Lucius nodded in agreement, the pieces of the puzzle falling into place. They had one more location to explore, the village garden, where celestial flowers blossomed beneath the open sky. Chatterbox suggested, "Lucius, perhaps the garden is Alaric's laboratory, where he cultivates celestial blooms." Lucius and Chatterbox arrived at the garden, and there, beneath a celestial flower bed, they uncovered the final chronicle of the stars. As Lucius examined the collected scrolls, a pattern emerged, a divine map, a connection between Alaric's deception and his druidic affinity for nature. Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, we've uncovered the village's cosmic recipe book with Alaric as the celestial chef." Lucius grinned, appreciating the chest's insights. With the chronicles of the stars in hand and newfound insights into Alaric's identity, they knew it was time to seek answers. Chapter 10, Alaric's Revelation. With the chronicles of the stars in hand and their insights into Alaric's identity as a druid and artificer, Lucius and Chatterbox set out on a path that seemed to unravel like a cosmic tapestry. Misthaven's secrets, once veiled, now beckoned them with newfound urgency. Chatterbox, always sharp-witted, observed, "Lucius, the village itself is a celestial puzzle waiting for us to piece together its secrets." Lucius nodded, the mimic chest's commentary a comforting presence. "Indeed, Chatterbox, and we shall uncover its celestial mysteries, one scroll at a time." Their journey took them to the heart of Misthaven, where the towering whispering willow stood, its ancient branches casting intricate shadows on the ground. In this place, the whispers of the wind seemed to echo secrets of ages past. Astute Chatterbox noted, Lucius, the whispering willow, is the village's cosmic confidant, privy to its deepest truths. Lucius couldn't help but agree, and together, they approached the ancient tree. Holding the chronicles of the stars, Lucius felt a resonance in the air. The tree recognized the celestial symbols on the scrolls. With a gentle touch, Lucius pressed the chronicles against the whispering willow's bark. The tree responded, its branches shifting and trembling as if in approval. Suddenly, a hidden compartment within the tree trunk revealed itself, containing a celestial key. Chatterbox commented, Lucius, the whispering willow guards more than just whispers, it guards the way to Alaric's secrets. Lucius retrieved the celestial key, its intricate design matching the chronicles of the stars' symbols. The key pointed them toward an ancient stone door deep within the forest. Its surface was engraved with celestial constellations, and it seemed to pulse with a mysterious energy. Lucius inserted the celestial key into the door's intricate lock. The door creaked open with a turn, revealing a hidden chamber filled with artifacts and elaborate contraptions. As they stepped into the chamber, Lucius noticed Alaric's presence everywhere. The room was a testament to his dual identity as a druid and artificer, with celestial relics combined with mechanical marvels. Chatterbox answered, Lucius, we've entered Alaric's cosmic workshop, where nature and artifice intertwine. They examined the room's contents and found journals, sketches, and blueprints detailing Alaric's experiments in harnessing celestial energy. It was a revelation, an understanding, of how Alaric had tapped into the village's secrets and the celestial alignments. Lucius realized, Chatterbox, it's clear that Alaric sought to unlock the true potential of Misthaven through his knowledge of the cosmos. But what was his ultimate goal? Chatterbox couldn't answer, but the room's contents hinted at a more profound mystery. With revitalized determination, Lucius and Chatterbox left the hidden chamber, carrying the chronicles of the stars and a wealth of knowledge about Alaric's identity and aspirations. The mysteries were no longer abstract, they had become tangible. Chapter 11, Respite Among the Stars. The revelation of Alaric's celestial experiments had left Lucius and Chatterbox both fascinated and fatigued. As they exited the hidden chamber, the weight of their discoveries hung in the air. Sensing Lucius's weariness, Chatterbox spoke gently, Lucius, it seems we've delved deep into the village's cosmic mysteries today. Perhaps it's time for a moment of respite. Lucius nodded, the mimic chest's concern, a reminder of their camaraderie. You're right, Chatterbox. A moment of rest is in order. They returned to a clearing near the whispering willow, where a celestial blanket of stars adorned the night sky. Tapping into his necromantic powers, Lucius summoned a long-forgotten skeleton from the earth. The skeleton, now animated and endowed with a curious spirit, spoke jovially. Well, what do we have here? A necromancer and his chatty chest taking a break under the stars? Chatterbox, amused, proclaimed. Lucius, we have an appointment with a dead guest. Lucius chuckled. Indeed, my skeletal friend, you've caught us in a moment of respite. Would you care to join us for a conversation under the starry canopy? The skeleton, who introduced himself as Scully Missing Organson, sat on a nearby rock. Why not? It's not every day I get to chat with a living. What brings you to Misthaven, if you don't mind me asking? Lucius began to recount their quest, the celestial symbols, and the chronicles of the stars. Scully listened with rapt attention, his hollow eye sockets glowing with curiosity. Chatterbox added, and now, we seek to unravel the mysteries that bind Alaric to this village and its celestial secrets. Scully nodded, or rather, his skull bobbed in agreement. A noble quest, indeed. Alaric is quite the enigma, a figure whose dance between the realms of Druid and Artificer. As the night wore on, Lucius, Chatterbox, and Scully engaged in a conversation that spanned topics both cosmic and mundane. Scully shared tales of his time as a living being, and Lucius spoke of his necromantic studies. Chatterbox couldn't resist a jest. "Lucius, it seems we've found ourselves a celestial storytelling circle, with Scully as the star raconteur." Lucius smiled at the chest's observation. The night passed in the company of their skeletal guest beneath the celestial tapestry of stars that watched over them. Eventually, Lucius, Chatterbox, and Scully decided it was time to rest. Using his necromantic powers once more, Lucius gently returned Scully to his eternal slumber in the earth. As they settled for the night, Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, it's been a day filled with mysteries and unexpected conversations. Tomorrow, we'll continue our quest with renewed purpose." Lucius nodded, his thoughts drifting to the revelations they had uncovered. "Yes, Chatterbox. Tomorrow, we shall journey deeper into Misthaven's enigmas, guided by the stars and our determination to unveil its cosmic secrets." Under their watchful gaze of the stars, they closed their eyes, ready to face the mysteries of the village with renewed vigor when the sun rose once more. Chapter 12. Celestial Vigil. With dawn breaking over Misthaven, Lucius and Chatterbox awoke from their restful slumber under the vast canopy of stars. The mysteries of the village awaited, their quest for answers burning brightly within them. Chatterbox, always astute, observed, "Lucius, their village itself is a cosmic labyrinth, each twist and turn revealing a new enigma." Lucius nodded in agreement. The mimic chest's insights a valuable guide. "Indeed, Chatterbox, and we shall navigate this labyrinth with unwavering determination." Their first destination was Alaric's cottage, a quaint dwelling on the village's outskirts. It was here that Alaric had conducted his experiments, and they hoped to uncover more clues about his intentions. Perceptive Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, it's as if Alaric's cottage is a library filled with the echoes of his pursuits." Lucius approached the cottage door, which bore a unique sigil. He could sense the remnants of Alaric's energy within. With a careful touch, he pushed the door open, revealing a room filled with artifacts and mechanical wonders. Chatterbox observed, "Lucius, it appears we've entered Alaric's laboratory, where artifice and nature intertwine." They discovered journals filled with Alaric's notes as they examined the room's contents. The pages detailed his experiments, alignments, and desire to uncover the village's hidden potential. Lucius realized, "Chatterbox, it's clear that Alaric intended to harness the power of their stars and elevate Misthaven to new heights. But for what purpose?" Chatterbox couldn't answer, but the room held a clue. A map depicting a specific alignment of stars occurring that night. Lucius suggested, "Chatterbox, tonight's alignment is significant to Alaric's plans. We must observe it closely." They left Alaric's cottage and returned to the village square. The map indicated that this location offered the best view of the impending alignment. They waited in anticipation as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to align in the night sky. The map guided their gaze, and a phenomenon unfolded before them as they watched. The stars formed intricate patterns, revealing a doorway in the night sky, a portal to realms unknown. It was a moment of breathtaking beauty and profound mystery. Inquiring by the spectacle, Lucius whispered, "Chatterbox, it seems Misthaven is on the brink of a revelation, and the stars themselves are the key." Chatterbox observed, "Lucius, the stars have written their own cosmic story, and Misthaven is the stage where it will be performed." Under the vast expanse of the starry night, they kept their vigil, ready to witness the village's destiny unfold before their eyes. Chapter 13, The Sinister Escape. A sense of dread settled over them as Lucius and Chatterbox watched the alignment of stars in the night sky. Chatterbox, ever perceptive, whispered, "Lucius, this is a web of shadows, each thread woven with malevolent intent." Lucius nodded in agreement, the mimic chest's insights guiding their trepidation. "Indeed, Chatterbox, and tonight, we may finally uncover the sinister secrets that tie Alaric to Misthaven's maleficence. As they continued to observe, the stars' alignment reached its zenith. In the night sky, the intricate patterns converged, forming a chilling portal, a gateway to an abyssal realm. Chatterbox observed, Lucius, Misthaven has become a stage for a revelation, and we are the unwitting audience. A sinister figure emerged from the abyssal portal with the alignment at its peak. Alaric, bearing a staff adorned with horrendous symbols, stepped into Misthaven with an expression of triumph. Chatterbox whispered, Lucius, it seems Alaric has orchestrated this nefarious meeting, aligning the stars to reveal his dark intentions. Lucius approached Alaric, his voice trembling with unease. Alaric, we have followed the path of shadows, seeking answers to the malevolent mysteries that tie you to Misthaven. Alaric regarded them with an iniquitous smile. Lucius, Chatterbox, you have shown remarkable dedication in your quest for knowledge. But you were always mere pawns in my grand design, a design to awaken the Clockwork Colossus. Chatterbox observed, Lucius, it appears Alaric's vindictive pursuits were driven by a thirst for power and a desire to reshape reality itself. Alaric nodded, his gaze fixed on the abyssal portal. The Clockwork Colossus, hidden deep within the Whispering Mountains, possesses the power to reshape reality, and I am the one who will wield its unfathomable might. Lucius realized, Alaric, your lust for power threatens to plunge the world into chaos. As the alignment began to wane, Alaric understood the gravity of their confrontation. With a nasty grin, he retreated towards the abyssal portal. You are right, Lucius. The cosmic forces are not to be trifled with. Misthaven's secrets must remain hidden, but my malign plans continue. Alaric stepped back into the abyssal portal with those ominous words, which promptly closed behind him. Lucius and Chatterbox were left standing in the night, their hearts heavy with the knowledge of Alaric's evil intent. Chapter 14, Pursuit of Shadows. With Alaric's escape into the abyssal portal, Lucius and Chatterbox stood in the chilling aftermath of his maleficent revelation. The sinister secrets of Misthaven were now laid bare before them, and their quest to stop him had taken on a newfound urgency. Ever vigilant, Chatterbox observed, Lucius, village has become a treacherous labyrinth, each twist and turn to conceal Alaric's malevolent intentions. Lucius nodded in agreement, the mimic chest's insights guiding their path. Indeed, Chatterbox, and we must pursue Alaric and thwart his plans before he unleashes the power of the Clockwork Colossus. Their first step was to gather information from the villagers of Misthaven, who had long been under Alaric's influence. They learned that Alaric had been secretly harnessing the power of ancient elemental spirits, using their dark energies to awaken the mechanical titan. Chatterbox whispered, Lucius, Alaric has been weaving a nefarious mosaic of dark magic and mechanical artifice to achieve his goals. Lucius knew they had to confront Alaric before he could complete the ritual to awaken the Clockwork Colossus. Their pursuit led them deep into the heart of the Whispering Mountains, where the Titan lay dormant. As they ventured through the shadowy forest, their path became increasingly treacherous. They stumbled upon Alaric's creations, bizarre and nightmarish constructs that guarded his maleficent secrets. One encounter was particularly harrowing. A horde of mechanical creatures resembling clockwork squirrels descended upon them. Instead of attacking, the animals pelted them with projectiles while reciting cryptic incantations. Lucius muttered, "This is madness," to which Chatterbox replied, "Madness? Nay, 'tis the maleficence of an artificer gone darkly awry." Lucius and Chatterbox pressed on with determination in their hearts, overcoming each nightmarish obstacle Alaric had placed in their path. They knew the clock was ticking and had to reach the Clockwork Colossus before Alaric could complete his malevolent ritual. Their pursuit of shadows continued, a relentless chase through the heart of darkness. Chapter 15, The Dark Pursuit. In the heart of the Whispering Mountains, Lucius and Chatterbox continued their relentless pursuit of Alaric, the wicked artificer who sought to awaken the Clockwork Colossus. The forest around them was dense, its shadows deepening as they ventured further into its treacherous depths. His voice tinged with determination, Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, the very fabric of reality unravels around us, weaving a patchwork of animosity." Lucius nodded, eyes scanning the surroundings for any sign of their elusive foe. "Indeed, Chatterbox, we must tread carefully through this dark conspiracy that Alaric has spun." As they pressed on, the forest grew even more surreal. They stumbled upon a peculiar gathering of creatures, robotic squirrels adorned in miniature top hats and the monocles. These clockwork critters engaged in a curious debate about the philosophical implications of their existence. Lucius couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of it all. "Chatterbox, we've found ourselves amid a mechanical squirrel symposium. I wonder if they'd share their wisdom." Chatterbox replied, "Lucius, wisdom may be in short supply here, but absurdity flows like a river." The mechanical squirrels, too engrossed, paid no heed to the intruders in their philosophical discourse and enthusiastically continued their debate. Lucius and Chatterbox left the curious gathering behind, their quest for Alaric taking precedence. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they discovered a series of cryptic symbols etched into the trees, an intricate pattern that hinted at a hidden passage. Lucius recognized it as a clue left behind by Alaric, a breadcrumb on their twisted path. Chatterbox observed, "Lucius, Alaric wants us to follow this enigmatic trail. It could lead us to the heart of his conspiracy." Lucius agreed, and they followed the symbols through a winding path that seemed to defy the laws of nature. The forest seemed to shift and warp around them, an unsettling testament to Alaric's dark powers. Amid their pursuit, they stumbled upon another of Alaric's bizarre creations, a mechanical crow that caught ominous prophecies in rhyming verse. Lucius couldn't help but engage in a cryptic exchange with the mechanical bird, the absurdity of it all adding a surreal twist to their journey. Finally, the trail of symbols led them to a clearing deep within the forest. There, they beheld a massive, arcane contraption, a gateway to the inner sanctum of Alaric's shrine. His voice was unwavering. Lucius spoke to Chatterbox, "We've reached the heart of Alaric's conspiracy. Beyond that gateway lies the clockwork colossus, and we must stop him before he awakens it." Chatterbox replied, "Lucius, it's as if the forest itself conspires against us. But we shall unravel this dark mystery and thwart Alaric's sinister plans." With determination, Lucius and Chatterbox stepped through the gateway, ready to confront Alaric and the evil forces that threatened to reshape reality. Chapter 16. The Mysterious Transport. As Lucius and Chatterbox stepped through the gateway, a sudden surge of dark energy engulfed them. Instantly, they found themselves in a completely unfamiliar location, far from the vicious confrontation they had expected. His voice tinged with surprise, Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, it's as if we've been transported to new lands in the blink of an eye without even confronting Alaric." Bewildered by their sudden displacement, Lucius responded, "Indeed, Chatterbox, it seems Alaric's powers are more formidable than anticipated." They found themselves in a desolate, otherworldly landscape shrouded in an eerie, perpetual twilight. Strange creatures roamed the land, resembling a nightmarish blend of mechanical and organic forms. Chatterbox couldn't resist a quip, "Lucius, we've stumbled into a malign carnival of Alaric's design. Step right up to the absurdity sideshow." Lucius chuckled despite the gravity of their situation. "Chatterbox, your humor is a ray of light in this phantasmagoric darkness. But we must figure out where we are and how to return." As they explored the bizarre landscape, they encountered enigmatic symbols etched into the ground, similar to the ones Alaric had left in the Whispering Mountains. These symbols guided them, leading them deeper into the mysterious realm. Chatterbox observed, "Lucius, Alaric's malevolent tapestry stretches far and wide, and we're caught in its threads." Lucius agreed, the sense of conspiracy growing stronger with each step. "Chatterbox, we must uncover the secrets of this place and find a way back to confront Alaric once and for all." They stumbled upon a sentient mechanical tree that recited cryptic riddles in a language they couldn't comprehend. Chatterbox couldn't resist a jest. "Lucius, it appears we've found the malevolent tree of absurdity, the wisest sage in this twisted forest." Lucius smiled. "Indeed, Chatterbox, its wisdom may be beyond our grasp, but its presence adds to the mystery." Chapter 17. The Enigmatic Realm. In the heart of the otherworldly realm to which they had been mysteriously transported, Lucius and Chatterbox found themselves surrounded by a surreal landscape. The perpetual twilight cast an eerie, ethereal glow over the bizarre creatures that roamed their land. Chatterbox's voice, laden with curiosity, remarked, "Lucius, it's as if we've stepped into the malevolent mind of Alaric, where reality and absurdity dance in a bewildering waltz." Lucius nodded in agreement, his keen eyes scanning the surreal terrain. "Indeed, Chatterbox, and we must navigate this enigmatic realm to uncover its secrets and find a way back." Their path was guided by their enigmatic symbols etched into the ground. These symbols led them deeper into the heart of the otherworldly land. They encountered more of the realm's bizarre inhabitants as they ventured further. One creature resembled a fusion of a mechanical squid and a sentient book, reciting passages of ancient poetry in a language they couldn't comprehend. Lucius couldn't help but jest. "Chatterbox, it seems, we've stumbled upon the malevolent poet squid of this surreal seascape. A master of prose in a land of riddles." Chatterbox replied, "Lucius, its verses may be cryptic, but perhaps they hold the key to unlocking this enigmatic realm's secrets." Their journey through the mysterious realm continued, each encounter bringing them closer to uncovering its mysteries. Along the way, they discovered another but more colossal clockwork tree, its branches adorned with intricate gears that hummed with arcane energy. Chatterbox observed, "Lucius, it's as if we've found the malevolent heart of this twisted forest, a clockwork guardian of the realm's secrets." Lucius, his eyes fixed on the clockwork tree, replied, "Chatterbox, there's an undeniable connection between this tree and Alaric's malicious design. We must learn its purpose." Chapter 18, The Clockwork Nexus. In the heart of the enigmatic realm, Lucius and Chatterbox ventured deeper, following the cryptic symbols etched into the ground. The surreal landscape seemed to shift and twist around them as if obeying the whims of some unseen cosmic force. Chatterbox, his voice filled with wonder, remarked, "Lucius, it's as if we've entered a malevolent dreamscape where reality and absurdity dance in a cosmic ballet." Lucius nodded, his eyes scanning the surroundings for any clue that might unravel the mysteries of this strange place. "Chatterbox, and every step we take brings us closer to understanding Alaric's enigmatic design." Their path led them to a crystalline lake adjacent to the clockwork tree, its waters reflecting the twisted sky above. Floating above the lake's surface were mechanical swans that emitted haunting melodies, their gears and cogs creating a mesmerizing symphony. Chatterbox couldn't resist a whimsical observation, "Lucius, it appears we've stumbled upon Alaric's malevolent orchestra of surrealism. A concert of gears and whimsy." Lucius chuckled softly, captivated by the eerie beauty of their scene. "Chatterbox, amidst the absurdity, this place has a strange allure. But we must stay focused on our quest." As they continued their journey, they reached the base of the colossal clockwork structure, a mechanical tree with branches that touched the heavens. A rotating gear formed a mysterious doorway at the center of the tree's trunk. Lucius, his gaze fixed on the gear-shaped doorway, exclaimed, "Chatterbox, this tree is undoubtedly a key to unraveling the enigma of this realm. But how do we unlock its secrets?" As if in response to their pondering, a voice echoed from the depths of the clockwork tree. It spoke in riddles and cryptic verses, hinting at a cosmic key that could unlock the mysteries of the realm. His mind racing with possibilities, Lucius replied, "Chatterbox, we must solve the riddles and find the cosmic key. It may hold the answers we seek." Chapter 19, The Enigma Unveiled. His voice filled with determination, Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, we're on the brink of unlocking the puzzle Alaric has woven around us. The gears of destiny await our touch." Lucius nodded, his eyes fixed on the enigmatic doorway carved into the base of the clockwork tree. Chatterbox and whatever lies beyond this threshold may hold the answers to Alaric's cryptic conspiracy. The clockwork tree seemed to respond to their presence, its gears whirring with anticipation. With each riddle they solved, the gear-shaped doorway rotated slightly, revealing glimpses of a surreal chamber beyond. The clockwork tree seemed to delight in their progress, its gears spinning with approval. Finally, after a series of mind-bending riddles, the gear-shaped doorway swung open wide, revealing a chamber filled with an array of mechanical contrivance and arcane symbols. Chatterbox observed, "We've stepped into the malevolent laboratory of Alaric's imagination, a place where gears and arcane secrets converge." As they explored the chamber, they uncovered another mechanical doorway. At the back of the chamber, a series of intricate diagrams and schematics that hinted at a grand design. This enigmatic creation would reshape reality itself. The puzzle pieces were coming together, and they realized that Alaric's malevolent plot extended far beyond Misthaven. Chatterbox remarked, "We've stumbled upon the evil blueprint of Alaric's ambitions, gears, and arcane mysteries." Lucius replied, his voice filled with resolve, "Chatterbox, we've unraveled the enigma of this realm, but our pursuit of Alaric's conspiracy is far from over. We must find a way to confront him and end his vindictive designs." Chapter 20, The Mechanical Unveiling. Within the heart of the clockwork tree's chamber, Lucius and Chatterbox stood before the second doorway, its branches reaching upward as if yearning for the heavens. The gear-shaped gateway at its core beckoned. With a gleam of determination in his voice, Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, we're poised to unlock the vile puzzle Alaric has spun around us. The gears of destiny await our touch." Lucius nodded, his gaze unwavering on the intricate doorway. Chatterbox and whatever secrets lie beyond may hold the key to unmasking Alaric's intricate scheme. Their encounters in this surreal realm had been filled with enigmatic twists and cryptic challenges. Now, they stood on the cusp of a pivotal moment. Like a sentient being, the clockwork tree responded to their presence, gears whirring in anticipation. Approaching the gear-shaped threshold, a series of riddles resonated within the tree. Each posed questions more perplexing than the last, testing their intellect and resolve. Chatterbox couldn't resist a playful remark, "Lucius, we're locked in a battle of wits with a tree, a contest of riddles amidst the intricacy." Lucius responded with a grin, "Indeed, Chatterbox, we've faced stranger trials. Let's master these riddles and unlock the doorway's secrets." The gear-shaped gateway similarly rotated slightly with each riddle they unraveled. The clockwork tree appeared to applaud their progress, its gears spinning with approval. After solving an array of mind-bending riddles, the gateway swung open wide, revealing a magical gateway adorned with various mechanical gadgets and arcane symbols. Chatterbox couldn't resist a comment, "Lucius, we've uncovered the intricate blueprint of Alaric's ambitions, a clandestine plan concealed within gears and arcane enigmas." Chapter 21, Return to Misthaven's Desolation. As Lucius and Chatterbox stepped through the portal, they departed from the enigmatic realm back into the forest clearing, unaware of the calamity that had befallen Misthaven during their absence. The journey back had been swift, yet the dread in Lucius's heart grew as they approached the city. Upon their arrival, they were met with a scene of devastation. Misthaven lay in ruins, its once thriving streets reduced to rubble. Fires raged unchecked, and the wounded and dying littered the streets. His voice heavy with concern, Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, it seems catastrophe has struck while we were gone. The city lies in ruins." Lucius's heart sank as he realized the magnitude of the disaster. The cleric disguise he had maintained for so long was about to be tested in dire circumstances. He nodded solemnly, replying, "Chatterbox, we must do what we can to help the injured and dying. My true abilities may be our only hope." As they ventured into the chaos, Lucius couldn't help but feel a sense of irony. He had posed as a cleric, a beacon of healing, while secretly practicing the forbidden arts of necromancy. Now, the facade would be put to the ultimate test. Lucius approached a group of injured townsfolk, his voice filled with empathy as he began tending to their wounds. He whispered healing incantations, channeling his necromantic powers to mend broken bones and soothe pain. Chatterbox observed, "Lucius, you're living the catty charade you created. A necromancer in cleric's clothing." Lucius couldn't afford to dwell on the absurdity of the situation. Lives depended on his actions. He continued to heal the wounded while keeping a watchful eye on those who were beyond saving. In a hidden corner, he discreetly used his necromantic abilities to bring a few people back from the brink of death. Their gasps of life seemed miraculous to the onlookers, reinforcing the facade that he possessed divine powers. Chatterbox couldn't resist a dry comment, "Lucius, you're staging quite the resurrection show. A charlatan in the spotlight." Lucius replied, his voice tinged with regret, "Chatterbox, we may never reveal the truth about my abilities. But for now, we must maintain the illusion and do what we can to aid Misthaven." As the hours passed, Lucius and Chatterbox worked tirelessly to bring a semblance of order to the chaos. The injured were cared for, and the fires were extinguished. Amid the devastation, Lucius has become an unexpected beacon of hope, even as the conspiracy he had built threatened to unravel. Amidst the ruins, he couldn't help but wonder if Alaric's malevolent hand had played a part in the catastrophe that had befallen Misthaven. Chapter 22, Beneath the Starry Veil. As the night settled over the once devastated Misthaven, Lucius found himself utterly exhausted. He had spent hours tending to the injured, using his necromantic abilities to mend wounds and grant a few a second chance at life. The charade of being a revered cleric weighed heavily on him. Lucius and Chatterbox retreated to a quiet corner of the city, away from the chaos that still lingered in the streets. The sky above was adorned with a tapestry of stars, their gentle light casting a soothing glow over the city's ruins. With a sigh of weariness, Lucius settled down on a piece of fallen masonry, his body heavy with fatigue. He leaned back and gazed up at the starlit heavens, his eyes reflecting a mixture of exhaustion and contemplation. Chatterbox, ever the Chatterbox, even in such moments, couldn't help but comment, "Lucius, you've played the hero well, but it seems you've earned a moment of respite beneath the starry veil." Lucius nodded, his voice carrying the weight of the night. "Chatterbox, I may have saved many lives tonight, but I'm far from the hero I've become in their eyes. My abilities and disguise have all been built on deception." The mechanical mimic, for once, remained silent, sensing the gravity of the situation. Lucius continued, "Chatterbox, I've meddled with the forbidden arts of necromancy, pretending to be a cleric to gain trust and perform miracles. I've manipulated the very fabric of life and death." The stars above seemed to listen silently as Lucius spoke, as if offering solace to a troubled soul. He closed his eyes, his weariness finally catching up to him. "Tonight, I've saved lives, but I've also perpetuated a lie. What kind of hero am I?" In a rare moment of sincerity, Chatterbox responded, "Lucius, heroes are not defined solely by their actions but by their intentions and the choices they make. You may have started as a charlatan, but tonight, you've done what was necessary to save lives." Lucius opened his eyes to the starry expanse above, the weight of his choices heavy on his shoulders. "Perhaps, Chatterbox, but I cannot forget the darkness I've embraced, the malevolent path I've chosen." With those words, Lucius allowed the exhaustion to claim him, and he drifted into a deep, troubled sleep beneath the watchful gaze of the stars. The city of Misthaven was scarred but standing, its streets illuminated by the flickering light of hope and the constellations above. Chapter 23, The Mechanical Menace Unleashed. Lucius and Chatterbox were roused from their restless slumber beneath the starry canopy with the first rays of dawn painting the sky. The weight of the previous night's trials hung over them like a shroud, but they knew that Misthaven demanded more than rest, it demanded answers and action. Rising from their makeshift campsite, Lucius and Chatterbox ventured deeper into the city, where the spirit of resilience pulsed through its people. Undeterred by the scars of destruction, the citizens toiled tirelessly to rebuild their beloved homes. Chatterbox couldn't resist saying, "Lucius, the city has become a forge, each hammer blow ringing with the determination to rise anew like a phoenix forged from metal and resolve." Lucius nodded, his gaze still clouded with the previous night's events. He couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the catastrophe than met the eye. Suddenly, a commotion erupted in the city center. Crowds gathered, their collective gaze fixed on a colossal figure, a mechanized tree of nightmarish proportions. Its limbs brimmed with fiery arcane magic, and mechanical pepper boxes released torrents of scorching flames. Lucius's heart sank. Chatterbox, that's no ordinary machine. It's Alaric's creation, a monstrous mechanized tree fueled by arcane fury. He sent it to reduce the city to ashes, delay us, and further his dark designs. Chatterbox noted, "Lucius, it appears Alaric's malevolent ambitions know no bounds. His mechanical monstrosity threatens to turn Misthaven into a fiery crucible." Lucius's sense of duty overcame his fatigue. He turned to Chatterbox with resolve. "Chatterbox, we cannot allow this abomination to wreak havoc. We must stand against it, no matter the odds." The duo sprang into action, rallying the citizens and guiding them to safer locations. Lucius knew he had to confront the mechanized tree monster, even if it meant facing insurmountable odds. As they approached the colossal foe, Lucius couldn't help but remark, "Chatterbox, it's a nasty masterpiece of mechanical mayhem. A titan of gears and arcane devastation." Chatterbox responded, "Lucius, it's as if Alaric poured his malevolent genius into this creation. A destructive work of art, you might say." The battle that ensued was an explosive clash of elements. Flames erupted, and arcane energy crackled in the air. The mechanized tree monster swung its fiery limbs with devastating force while Lucius countered with his necromantic powers, manipulating the forces of life and death. The ground trembled beneath them as the cityscape became a battlefield. Lucius used his powers to weaken the monster's fiery onslaught, disrupting its arcane systems and slowing its relentless advance. But the mechanized tree was a formidable adversary, and it fought back with unrelenting fury. Sparks flew as Chatterbox fired salvos of sarcasm and wit, distracting the monster and drawing its attention away from Lucius. Amid the chaos, Lucius realized Alaric's plot ran further than he had ever imagined. This mechanized menace was but a pawn, a diversion meant to buy time for Alaric's hidden machinations to unfold. As they battled on, Lucius couldn't help but wonder what other malignant creations and conspiracies Alaric had in store. Despite the overwhelming odds, Lucius and Chatterbox fought on, determined to protect Misthaven from the mechanized menace. The city's fate hung in the balance, and they were its only hope. Chapter 24. The Fiery Duel. The city of Misthaven quaked beneath the fury of the colossal mechanized tree, its limbs ablaze with fiery arcane magic. Lucius and Chatterbox stood firm in the face of this vindictive monstrosity, their determination unwavering. As the mechanized tree swung its fiery limbs, Lucius summoned his necromantic powers. He could feel the intense heat of the arcane flames, but he remained resolute. With a swift, calculated motion, he channeled his powers to intercept the fiery onslaught. The air crackled with arcane energy as Lucius's necromantic aura met the fiery magic head-on. The clash of elements created a dazzling display of light and power, each force struggling for dominance. Quickly with a quip, Chatterbox couldn't resist a comment, "Lucius, it's a vicious showdown of fire and necromantic might, a battle as grand as the cosmos itself." Lucius gritted his teeth, his focus unwavering. He could feel the tremendous strain of deflecting the fiery magic but held his ground. With each passing moment, his powers grew more robust, and the flames began to waver. The mechanized tree, sensing its own impending defeat, redoubled its efforts. It unleashed a torrent of fiery magic, determined to overwhelm Lucius and reduce him to ashes. But Lucius had a plan. With a surge of necromantic energy, he redirected the fiery onslaught, causing the flames to arc back towards the mechanized tree. The massive construct roared in agony as its own magic consumed it, flames devouring its mechanical form. The battle reached a crescendo as the mechanized tree thrashed and spasmed, its fiery limbs flailing wildly. The flames raged out of control, consuming the malevolent creation from within. Chatterbox couldn't help but quip, "Lucius, it seems our malevolent foe has become the architect of its own fiery doom." A mechanized tree turned infernal pyre. With a deafening explosion, the mechanized tree shattered into a vortex of fiery debris, its once mighty form reduced to smoldering ruins. The city of Misthaven was saved, and its people cheered as the threat was vanquished. Weary but triumphant, Lucius lowered his outstretched hands, his necromantic powers subsiding. He had reflected the fiery magic back upon the mechanized tree, turning its own power against it. As the smoke cleared and the flames subsided, Chatterbox observed, "Lucius, you've turned the tide with your necromantic prowess. A grand victory amidst the fiery chaos." Lucius, however, remained pensive. He knew Alaric's conspiracy still loomed, and the battle against the Artificer Druid was far from over. But for now, the city of Misthaven was safe, and its people hailed Lucius as a hero. He had saved their home from fiery destruction, even if the truth of his abilities remained a closely guarded secret. As Misthaven celebrated its deliverance, Lucius and Chatterbox knew their pursuit of Alaric would continue, guided by the ever-shifting gears of destiny. Chapter 26, Echoes of the Infernal Triumph. Amidst the aftermath of the fiery duel, Misthaven breathed a sigh of relief, its streets no longer trembling with fear but resonating with jubilation. The mechanized tree lay in smoldering ruins, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the city, and the resolute determination of Lucius. Lucius and Chatterbox stood amidst the cheering crowd, their faces still touched by the intensity of the battle. It was a moment of triumph, yet Lucius couldn't shake the gnawing feeling that this was a brief respite. Chatterbox, ever the Chatterbox, couldn't resist a quip, "Lucius, it seems the mechanized menace has turned into a mechanized mess. A pyrotechnic spectacle, to be sure." Lucius guffawed, though his mind was far from the festivities. "Chatterbox, we may have won this battle, but the true nature of Alaric's plans remains hidden. We've only glimpsed the shadows of his malice." As they mingled with the celebrating citizens, Lucius couldn't help but notice a cloaked figure watching from the outskirts of the crowd. The figure's eyes bore a mysterious intensity, and something about their presence sent a shiver down Lucius's spine. Chatterbox, ever perceptive, remarked, "Lucius, it seems we have an enigmatic observer amidst the revelry, a figure cloaked in mystery." Lucius nodded, his curiosity piqued. He approached the cloaked stranger, who regarded him with a penetrating gaze. "Who are you?" Lucius inquired, his voice laced with a mix of caution and curiosity. The cloaked figure responded in a voice as enigmatic as their presence, "I am but a harbinger of shadows, a seeker of secrets. I have been watching, waiting for a sign that you may hold the key to unraveling the tangled threads of Alaric's malice." Lucius felt a chill as he realized this stranger knew more than he should. "What do you know of Alaric's plans?" Lucius pressed, his eyes narrowing. The cloaked figure leaned in, their voice a whisper carried on the breeze. "Alaric's conspiracy is far more intricate than you can fathom. It reaches into the very heart of nature itself, where ancient elemental spirits lie dormant. You must journey deeper into the enigma, for only then will the truth be revealed." Chatterbox said, "Lucius, our foe, has woven a brocade of intrigue that stretches beyond our imagination. An enigma that begs to be unraveled." Lucius regarded the cloaked figure with a mixture of determination and trepidation. He knew that their journey was far from over, that Alaric's malevolence was but the surface of a deeper, more sinister plot. As the echoes of their infernal triumph reverberated through Misthaven, Lucius and Chatterbox felt the weight of the trials ahead, a path that beckoned them. Chapter 26, The Invitation. The cloaked figure's cryptic words hung in the air like a riddle wrapped in shadows, and Lucius couldn't help but feel the pull of an unseen force, drawing him deeper into the mysteries that shrouded Alaric's plans. Lucius regarded the cloaked stranger, his voice laced with determination. "If you know of Alaric's conspiracy and the dormant elemental spirits, then you must be willing to share what you know. We cannot confront this blindfolded." The cloaked figure nodded slowly, their eyes never leaving Lucius's. "Very well, but the path ahead is perilous and fraught with challenges. You must seek the sacred sites scattered across the Whispering Mountains to awaken the dormant elemental spirits. There, the elements themselves will test your resolve." Chatterbox couldn't resist a sarcastic comment. "Lucius, it seems our malevolent adversary has set us on an elemental scavenger hunt. A grand quest, wouldn't you say?" Lucius, undeterred, asked, "How do we awaken these spirits? What must be done to pass the elemental tests?" The cloaked figure replied in measured tones, "Each sacred site holds a unique trial that aligns with one of the four elements, earth, air, fire, and water. You must prove your worth by overcoming these trials to awaken the spirits. Only then will the elemental spirits grant you their aid." Lucius knew that the journey ahead would be fraught with danger and uncertainty, but he couldn't turn away from the path that had been set before him. "We accept your enigmatic invitation. Tell us where to begin." The cloaked figure handed Lucius a parchment with a map marked by ancient symbols. "Your journey begins at the Whispering Gorge, a place where earth and air converge. Seek the hidden entrance to the elemental trials, and the path will reveal itself." With the map in hand, Lucius and Chatterbox left the celebrations of Misthaven behind, their footsteps carrying them toward the Whispering Mountains. As they ventured into the unknown, Lucius couldn't help but ponder the enigmatic nature of their quest. Chatterbox, ready with a sarcastic remark, mused, "Lucius, it seems our foe has sent us on a mystifying expedition filled with elemental enigmas. A journey shrouded in secrets and shadows." Lucius nodded, his gaze fixed on the distant peaks of the Whispering Mountains. "Chatterbox, our pursuit of the truth continues. We must tread carefully, for the challenge deepens with each step." With that, they ventured into the heart of the Whispering Mountains. Chapter 27. The Elemental Trials. The Whispering Mountains loomed like ancient sentinels, their towering peaks etching the sky with jagged silhouettes. Lucius and Chatterbox, their steps echoing in the shadow of the titanic peaks, approached the Whispering Gorge, the gateway to the elemental trials. Eager to break the silence, Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, we've arrived at the doorstep of the trials. A place where earth and air converse in hushed tones." Lucius gestured, his eyes scanning the surroundings for any signs of the hidden entrance. "Indeed, Chatterbox. We must tread carefully and listen for the whispers of the elements." As they ventured deeper into the gorge, the atmosphere shifted, carrying a sense of reverence. The very air seemed to vibrate with ancient wisdom, and the earth beneath their feet felt charged with energy. Lucius spotted an intricately carved stone door half buried in the mountainside. Its surface bore symbols of earth and air, interwoven in a delicate dance. He approached it cautiously, feeling the weight of the moment. With a deep breath, Lucius placed his hand on the door. It trembled, responding to his touch. Chatterbox couldn't resist a quip. "Lucius, it appears the door recognizes your aura." "A handshake of sorts." The stone door rumbled and then swung open, revealing a dimly lit passage descending into the mountain's heart. Lucius exchanged a glance with Chatterbox before stepping inside. The passage led them to a vast underground chamber illuminated by the soft glow of luminescent crystals. At its center stood a colossal stone statue, an embodiment of the earth element. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and its voice resonated like the rumbling of tectonic plates. The elemental guardian spoke, its words carrying the weight of eons, "Who seeks to awaken the dormant spirits of earth and air? What trials are you willing to endure?" Lucius stepped forward, his voice steady, "I am Lucius, and with me is Chatterbox. We seek to awaken the spirits, prove our worth, and unveil the evil lurking in the shadows." The elemental guardian regarded them, its gaze unwavering. Then you must face the trials of earth and air. The earth trial will test your resolve and determination, while the air trial will challenge your adaptability and clarity of thought. Chatterbox ready with a sarcastic comment, Lucius, it seems we're in for an elemental double feature. A grand spectacle, wouldn't you say? Lucius nodded, his gaze fixed on the stone statue. We accept the challenge. The elemental trials unfolded with a blend of danger and mystique. In the earth trial, they navigated treacherous tunnels and faced collapsing caverns, proving their resilience. In the air trial, they solved intricate puzzles and weathered sudden gusts of wind, showcasing their adaptability. The elemental guardian's eyes glowed brighter as they completed each trial, and the chamber reverberated with a harmonic resonance. With their final test completed, the guardian intoned, "You have proven your worthiness. The dormant spirits of earth and air are awakened." Lucius and Chatterbox felt a surge of energy, a connection to the elements themselves. As they left the underground chamber and returned to the Whispering Gorge, Lucius couldn't help but ponder the significance of their journey. The elemental trials had tested their mettle and determination, and the shadows of Alaric's malevolence loomed more significantly. Always ready with a comment, Chatterbox mused, "Lucius, it seems our malignant adversary has set us on an elemental odyssey. A mystical journey that deepens the riddle." Lucius agreed, his eyes on the horizon. Chatterbox, our pursuit of the truth continues, and the elemental spirits have granted us their aid. Their path ahead may be shrouded in shadows, but we will confront and unveil the hostility that awaits. Chapter 28, The Whispering Torrents. The Whispering Mountains continued to unveil their enigmatic wonders as Lucius and Chatterbox journeyed deeper into their heart. The echoes of their trials with earth and air still reverberated in their minds, a testament to the mystical journey ahead. The path now led them to a majestic waterfall cascading from a sheer cliff, its crystalline waters glistening in the dappled sunlight. Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, our elemental journey now detours to a scenic spot. A waterfall intermission, one might say." Lucius chuckled, his eyes fixed on the roaring cascade. "Chatterbox, appearances can be deceiving. This waterfall is known as the Whispering Torrents, and it holds the power of the water element. It's our next trial." As they approached the waterfall, they noticed a stone bridge spanning the rushing waters, leading to a hidden cavern behind the veil of falling water. Lucius and Chatterbox crossed the bridge and entered the cavern, their footsteps echoing in the dimly lit space. Inside, they found a serene pool surrounded by ancient stones, their surfaces etched with runes that pulsed with an inner glow. At the pool's center stood a stone statue representing the water element. Its eyes gleamed with liquid brilliance, and its voice was a gentle whisper, carrying the secrets of the deep. The elemental guardian spoke, its words weaving a tapestry of mystery, "Who seeks to awaken the dormant spirits of water? What trials are you willing to endure?" Lucius stepped forward, his voice resonating with determination, "I am Lucius, and with me is Chatterbox. We seek to awaken the spirits, prove our worth, and unveil the malice in the shadows." The elemental guardian regarded them, its gaze like a tranquil pond. "Then you must face the trials of water. The first trial will test your fluidity and adaptability, while the second will challenge your patience and intuition." Chatterbox babbled, "Lucius, it seems we're in for an aquatic adventure, a waterlogged double feature." Lucius nodded, his gaze fixed on the statue. "We accept the challenge." The trials of water unfolded with a blend of beauty and mysteriousness. In the first trial, they navigated a labyrinthine underwater maze, where the slightest misstep could lead to swift currents and unexpected challenges. In the second trial, they listened to the whispers of the cavern's secrets, deciphering riddles that led them deeper into the cavern's depths. The elemental guardian's eyes shone radiantly with each trial completed, and the cavern seemed to respond to their presence. When the final test was conquered, the guardian intoned, "You have proven your worthiness. The dormant spirits of water are awakened. Lucius and Chatterbox felt a profound connection to the element of water, a sense of fluidity and intuition that would aid them in their continued quest as they left the cavern and stepped back into the sunlight. Chatterbox mused, "Lucius, our malevolent adversary, has set us on an aquatic expedition." Lucius agreed, his eyes scanning their horizon. Chatterbox, "Our pursuit of the truth continues, and the elemental spirits have granted us their aid. The path ahead remains mysterious, but we will confront the paradox that awaits." Chapter 29, The Scorching Crucible. Their journey through the Whispering Mountains continued, each step unveiling a new facet of the enigma that surrounded Alaric's plans. Now, the path led them to a barren expanse of rocky terrain, where the sun blazed relentlessly overhead. Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, our elemental journey now takes us to the scorching crucible of the mountains. A trial by fire." Lucius bobbed, beads of sweat forming on his brow as they navigated the unforgiving landscape. "Chatterbox, this is the Firefield Expanse, a place where the element of fire holds sway. Our next trial awaits." As they ventured deeper into the Firefield Expanse, the air grew thick with heat, and the ground radiated warmth beneath his boots. In the distance, they spotted a towering volcano, its peak obscured by roiling smoke and ash. Approaching the volcano, they found themselves at the cavern entrance that led into the heart of the mountain. The cavern's entrance was adorned with fiery runes, their glow casting eerie shadows on the rocky walls. They discovered a vast chamber filled with molten lava, its glow illuminating the underground world. At its center stood a stone statue representing the element of fire. Its eyes burned with an inner flame, and its voice crackled like the roar of a blazing inferno. The elemental guardian spoke, its words carrying the intensity of a furnace, who seeks to awaken the dormant spirits of fire. "What trials are you willing to endure?" Lucius stepped forward, his voice steady despite the searing heat. "I am Lucius, and with me is Chatterbox. We seek to awaken the spirits, prove our worth, and unveil the hidden hatred in the shadows." The elemental guardian regarded them, its gaze akin to a flickering flame. "Then you must face their trials of fire. The first trial will test your endurance and resilience, while the second will challenge your passion and determination." Chatterbox, ready to make light of a situation, couldn't resist a comment. "Lucius, it seems we're in for a blazing adventure." Lucius nodded, his eyes fixed on the statue. "We accept the challenge." The trials of fire unfolded with a blend of intensity and magic. In the first trial, they navigated treacherous paths over molten lava, guided by intuition and quick thinking. In the second trial, they faced a series of tests that demanded unwavering determination, including walking through walls of flame. With each trial completed, the elemental guardian's eyes blazed with fiery intensity, and the cavern resonated with the crackling of flames. When their final test was conquered, the guardian intoned, "You have proven your worthiness. The dormant spirits of fire are awakened." Lucius and Chatterbox felt a profound connection to the element of fire, a sense of passion and determination that would aid them in their continued quest as they left the fiery cavern and returned to the scorching crucible of the Firefield Expanse. With their newfound connection to the element of fire, Lucius and Chatterbox pressed onward into the Whispering Mountains, guided by the ever-intensifying mysteries that beckoned them. Chapter 30, The Soothing Zephyr. Their journey through the Whispering Mountains had taken them from the scorching crucible of the Firefield Expanse to a place where the element of air held dominion. They now stood at the edge of a vast cliff, overlooking a seemingly endless expanse of sky and clouds. Chatterbox commented, "Lucius, our elemental journey now takes us to the lofty heights of the mountains. A breath of fresh air, one might say." Lucius smiled, his eyes scanning the horizon for signs of their subsequent trial. "Indeed, Chatterbox. This is the skyward abyss, where the element of air reigns supreme. Our next trial awaits." As they ventured closer to the cliff's edge, the winds grew stronger, their cool embrace a soothing contrast to the searing heat of the firefield expanse. Lucius spotted a series of floating platforms, each connected by shimmering light bridges, leading further into the abyss. Approaching the platforms, they marveled at the intricate patterns of light that pulsed beneath their feet. Lucius and Chatterbox began to make their way across the floating pathways, the ethereal bridges responding to their movements. At the heart of the skyward abyss, they discovered a floating island with a stone statue representing the element of air. Its eyes shimmered like the endless sky, and its voice carried the whisper of a gentle breeze. The elemental guardian spoke, its words as soothing as a zephyr's touch, who seeks to awaken the dormant spirits of air. What trials are you willing to endure? Lucius stepped forward, his voice calm in the face of the swirling winds. I am Lucius, and with me is Chatterbox. We seek to awaken the spirits, prove our worth, and unveil the evil that lingers in the shadows. The elemental guardian regarded them, its gaze as tranquil as a cloudless sky. Then you must face the trials of air. The first trial will test your adaptability and balance, while the second will challenge your perception and trust. Ready to lighten the mood, Chatterbox couldn't resist a comment. Lucius, it seems we're in for an aerial adventure, a breezy journey through the sky. Lucius nodded, his eyes fixed on the statue. We accept the challenge. The trials of air unfolded with a blend of grace and magic. In the first trial, they navigated the floating pathways with graceful precision, their movements like dancers on the wind. In the second trial, they encountered illusions and shifting winds that demanded unwavering trust in each other. With each trial completed, the elemental guardian's eyes sparkled with the clarity of a boundless sky, and the floating island seemed to respond to their presence. When the final trial was conquered, the guardian intoned, "You have proven your worthiness. The dormant spirits of the air are awakened." Lucius and Chatterbox felt a profound connection to the element of air, a sense of adaptability and clarity of thought that would aid them in their continued quest. As they left the skyward abyss and returned to the cliff's edge, Lucius couldn't help but ponder the significance of their journey. Lucius and Chatterbox pressed onward into the Whispering Mountains with their newfound connection to the element of air. Chapter 32. The Elemental Convergence. The Whispering Mountains had unveiled their elemental trials one by one, testing Lucius and Chatterbox's mettle and granting them newfound connections to earth, water, fire, and air. Now, they stood at the precipice of an extraordinary convergence. Before them lay a vast plateau, its landscape a harmonious blend of the elements they had encountered. Here, earth met water, fire danced with air, and the very essence of the mountains pulsed with latent energy. It was a place of elemental convergence, a nexus of nature's power. Chatterbox remarked, "Lucius, our elemental journey has brought us to the grand finale, a convergence of epic proportions. A climactic crescendo, wouldn't you say?" Lucius gazed at the panorama before them, the ground beneath their feet bearing symbols representing the elements. "Indeed, Chatterbox. The elemental convergence is an ancient site where the dormant spirits gather. Our final trial awaits." As they stepped onto the plateau, the very air seemed charged with an otherworldly energy. The ground rumbled beneath their feet, and the elements responded to their presence. A towering figure embodying the elemental spirits appeared at the plateau's center. Its form shifted and flowed, a fusion of earth, water, fire, and air. Its voice resonated like a symphony of the elements, who seeks to awaken the dormant spirits and unveil the malevolence that lurks in the shadows. Lucius stepped forward, his voice echoing with determination, "I am Lucius, and with me is Chatterbox. We have faced the trials of earth, water, fire, and air. We seek to awaken the spirits, to prove our worthiness, and to confront the evil that hides in the heart of these mountains." The elemental figure regarded them, its presence an awe-inspiring spectacle. "Then you must undergo the final trial, a test of unity and understanding. To awaken the spirits, you must harmonize the elements within yourselves and each other." Chatterbox noted, Lucius, it seems we're in for an elemental fusion, a cosmic collaboration. Lucius nodded, his eyes fixed on the elemental figure. We accept the challenge. The final trial was unlike any they had faced before. Lucius and Chatterbox were immersed in a whirlwind of elemental forces, where earth merged with water, fire danced with air, and their inner essences became one with the elements. They channeled the elemental energies through a combination of intuition, trust, and unity, creating a harmonious symphony that resonated through the plateau. The ground vibrated with their collective power, and the dormant spirits stirred. With a brilliant eruption of elemental light, the spirits awakened, their forms shifting and swirling like the elements themselves. The plateau shimmered with their presence, and the elemental figure intoned, "You have proven your worthiness." Lucius and Chatterbox felt a profound connection to the elements, unity, and understanding that transcended their trials. They left the elemental convergence and ventured deeper into the Whispering Mountains. With their newfound unity with the elements, Lucius and Chatterbox pressed onward into the heart of the Whispering Mountains. Chapter 32, The Veil of Malevolence. The journey through the Whispering Mountains had been a trial of elemental proportions, and now Lucius and Chatterbox stood on the cusp of their final confrontation, with Alaric the Artificer. The dormant spirits of earth, water, fire, and air had awakened, granting them a profound connection to the elements. They had followed the winding paths and mysterious trials, and the mountains had revealed their secrets individually. Now, their pursuit led them to the heart of the range, where Alaric's plans awaited their unraveling. As they entered a vast clearing, they beheld an astonishing sight. Alaric the Artificer stood before them, his mechanical creations surrounding him like an army of clockwork warriors. He held an ancient, ornate artifact in his hands, a device of immense power. Lucius stepped forward, his voice resonating with authority. "Alaric, the time has come to unveil the hate you have hidden in these mountains. We have awakened the dormant spirits and stand as guardians of the elements." Alaric regarded them with a cold, calculating gaze. "Ah, Lucius, the Necromancer masquerading as a cleric. You've come far, but you underestimate the power I possess. With this artifact, I can reshape the very fabric of reality." Chatterbox, never one to miss an opportunity for humor, interjected, "Lucius, it appears our adversary has brought a toy to the showdown. A malevolent contraption, I presume?" Lucius ignored the jest and addressed Alaric with steely determination, "Your spite ends here, Alaric. The elements themselves stand with us, and I am no mere cleric. I am a necromancer, and I command the spirits of the departed." With a flourish of his hand, Lucius raised his arms, channeling the power of the elements imbued upon him, and an army of skeletal warriors emerged from the earth beneath their feet. They marched forward, their bony forms armed and ready for battle. The very world yielding its secrets to Lucius's command was a sight to behold. Alaric's mechanical creations whirred and clanked, but the skeletal army pressed on, a testament to the power of the elements. The battle that ensued was a clash of technology and nature, metal against bone, fire against water, and air against the earth. Amidst the chaos of battle, Lucius and Chatterbox held their ground. Lucius's command of the skeletal army was a force to be reckoned with, and Chatterbox added to the spectacle with his biting wit and clever tactics. As the battle raged on, Lucius and Alaric engaged in a battle of wills, their powers colliding with explosive force. The artifact in Alaric's hands crackled with energy, threatening to unravel the very fabric of reality. Chatterbox commented, "Lucius, it appears our adversary is trying to play with the cosmic strings. An evil puppeteer?" Lucius gritted his teeth, his determination unwavering. With a surge of elemental power, he channeled the spirits of earth, water, fire, and air into the artifact, disrupting Alaric's plans. The artifact released a blinding burst of energy, and the very ground trembled beneath them. Alaric was thrown back, his mechanical creations falling into disarray. As the dust settled, Lucius and Chatterbox stood victorious. The animosity that had shrouded the Whispering Mountains finally unveiled and thwarted. Lucius turned to Chatterbox, a triumphant smile on his face. "Chatterbox, we have defeated the evil, and the elements have stood by our side. The enigma is no more." Chatterbox quipped, "Lucius, our malevolent adversary's plans have crumbled like a house of cards. An evil magician, I dare say." A tear in his eye. Chapter 33, The Hero's Return. With the ill will of the Whispering Mountains unveiled and Alaric's plans thwarted, Lucius and Chatterbox emerged from the heart of the range, victorious and united with the elements themselves. They had faced trials of earth, water, fire, and air and, in doing so, had unraveled the enigma gripping the land. As they journeyed back towards Misthaven, the landscape transformed around them. Once shrouded in mystery, the mountains are now basked in the warm light of day, their secrets exposed and their elements at peace. Chatterbox, ever the commentator, couldn't resist saying, "Lucius, it appears we've turned these enigmatic mountains into an open book. A malevolent manuscript now closed." Lucius smiled, and the weight of their quest finally lifted. "Indeed, Chatterbox. The venom has been siphoned, and the elements have become our allies." As they approached Misthaven, their town came into view, its cottages and winding streets a welcoming sight. The people of Misthaven, who had awaited their return with hope and anticipation, rushed out to greet them. Cheers and applause filled the air as Lucius and Chatterbox were hailed as heroes. The townsfolk celebrated their triumphant return, their voices echoing with gratitude and joy. The town's mayor, a stout and jovial figure, approached Lucius with a hearty handshake. "Lucius, you've brought light to our town once more. We owe you a debt of gratitude we can never repay." Lucius nodded, his gaze sweeping over the faces of the townspeople. "It was not I alone but the elements themselves that aided us in this endeavor. We are all connected to the world around us." Not one to let a severe moment linger, Chatterbox added, "Lucius, it appears we've not only saved the day but also brightened the mood." A malevolent mood now dispelled. The townspeople erupted in laughter, their spirits lifted by Chatterbox's humor. It was a moment of unity and celebration, a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of nature itself. As the days turned into weeks, Misthaven began to rebuild, its cottages and streets repaired, and its gardens blooming with renewed life. Lucius, now hailed as a guardian of the elements, used his newfound powers to heal the land and ensure a bountiful harvest. With a witty comment, Chatterbox quipped, "Lucius, it appears we've not only uncovered the hostility but also sown the seeds of hope. A malevolent soil, now fertile." Lucius laughed, his heart full of gratitude for the journey they had undertaken and the bond they had forged. The Whispering Mountains, once a place of mystery and enigma, were now a testament to the power of unity and determination. Their triumphant return to Misthaven was a time of rebuilding, not only of the town but also of the spirit. It was a reminder that even in the face of enmity and uncertainty, human nature could prevail, and the mysteries of the world could be unraveled. As Lucius and Chatterbox stood together, gazing out over the now flourishing town, they knew their journey had been a testament to the enduring power of hope and the unbreakable bonds of friendship.